friends. I hope you all are doing well. So I know a couple weeks ago I said that the bathroom was pretty much done and all we had to do was install the cabinet doors. Well, went to go install them. They didn't fit. Now, the hinges that I got for this are the exact same size as the old one, so I'm pretty sure, now these doors have been taken off for a long time, but I'm pretty sure these doors didn't fit even before. And so today, after I had already painted almost all of them, I had to go to my mom's and basically cut a huge chunk out of the inside section of these boards. So now what we are going to do is we're going to repaint these. I'm going to touch up the ones that I have that we just need a touch up. And I have one that I do need to paint from start to finish. So we're going to do that. So we're going to get started on that so we can get this bathroom done. I think last time I talked to you all, we just had to do some touch-up paint and install these doors. Well, the touch-up painting is done. Everything is done in that bathroom. We just need to do this. So we're going to get these started. And while the paint is drying before we can put the second coat on, we are going to get started on the closet in the bedroom and also skim coating in the bedroom, hopefully. So we're going to get started on this right now. Now, all but one have been previously painted, so we're just gonna paint this side, and if this side needs a touch up, we'll paint that too. But we're just gonna start on the side we need to focus on right now. Today, our family wanted to have burgers for dinner. So we already have the meat out and everything. We're gonna get that all mixed up in a little bit, but I needed to make burger buns. I am trying to do as little store-bought bread items as possible. Now, the only thing we're buying store-bought right now is sandwich bread because my kids go through about a loaf of the store-bought sandwich bread in about 2 days. So I can't keep up with that making it, for now at least. So we're making burger buns, and usually I make a bread roll for our burger buns, but this time I decided I'm going to try a standard burger, a standard bun, just because I should probably try other things. So in this bowl already, we have, and it's already foaming up pretty good, we already have the yeast, the water, some vegetable oil, and sugar. And if you didn't know, you need sugar for yeast because sugar actually feeds the yeast. Don't add your salt in until you're adding flour and all the other ingredients because salt will actually kill the yeast. So now we have that. We're gonna add in some eggs. I am doing a double batch of this recipe and I will link it below because this is one I just happened to find. Yeah. So we're trying it. So I have some egg in here, so I'm gonna start mixing that in. And now I can add the salt. This recipe just calls for all-purpose flour, so that's what I'm going to use. And now that it's starting to come together, that sounded weird. Now that it's starting to come together, we are going to get this on here and slowly add in more. So not sure what happened there. So we're gonna make a shift, and we're gonna hand weave. So now these you don't let rise. So you just roll them into a ball and get them shaped. So all I'm doing is I'm pulling in to the center to stretch the top.
Can you help roll them into a ball?
This is just a lot of pulling, honey. So you pull here. Okay, you washed your hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay, dip them into the flour a little bit. Nope, dip them into the flour. Shh. Okay, now you're gonna take them. And you're just gonna pull the sides up and into the center.
Like that?
No, you keep pulling them into the center so that it makes a nice, see how that smooth that is? So, look, Taylor, see? Just pull all the way around.
Like this? Like this maybe?
Okay, and keep gathering it into the center.
Like this?
Yeah. So what you need to do, honey, is you pull, and you just keep pulling. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking my finger and I'm pulling it into the center. And you just keep pulling, just like that. Because what you want is a smooth top right there. What we're gonna do is now we let these rise for a few. So the recipe that we're using calls for this to rest for about 10 minutes. I gave it just a little bit of extra time. Supposedly they rise in the oven while they're cooking. Crossing my fingers. But now we're just gonna sprinkle this egg wash, and then I toasted up some sesame seeds to put on top too. And the reason I gave mine extra time to rise is because our house is actually on the colder side. So, I mean, I put them on the oven, but still. Now into a 425-degree oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. I know I've talked about it before, but our bathroom is done minus what we had here for cabinets. And I know I've talked about it before, how we were just waiting to get the cabinets finished and get them painted because we didn't have a lot of space. Well, they are all painted minus one that is still downstairs drying, but that should be done in a couple of hours. We'll be able to get that one installed. But when I went to install them this weekend, they weren't closing properly. And I don't think they ever did. If they did, when I first moved in, they were still really tight because the hinges we have on these are the exact same, just a different color than the old ones. And so me and my mom, we had to shave a huge chunk, a good almost 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch off of the doors for the inside layer. So right there, we had to shave that away to get these doors to hopefully, crossing my fingers, fit in these without any issues. So we're gonna get them installed now. Finally, once these are installed, the bathroom is done. Done. Then we can start painting and getting the skim coating done in the bedrooms. So that's our next project, and that's what we're gonna start now. But I'm gonna get these installed so we finally have cabinet doors on these cabinets. And I am so excited. I've been wanting this project done for so long. So let's get going. Now, because these are the exact same hinges as was previously used, we should, in essence, be able to use the same previous holes. Oh my gosh, this is lovely. And that is done, minus this door, which is downstairs, almost ready to be done as well. So now the fun project is starting. We are going to work on getting this room done. I have this whole next week off of work because I need to use up some vacation time. So my goal is to get as far as I possibly can in our bedroom. The first thing I'm gonna do today is I was kind of debating if I was going to work on skim coating the walls and then painting in here. But I think what I'm gonna do is get started on getting the first coat of paint in our closet done. We already have the primer down, so I just need to start rolling the first coat of the paint in there. So we're gonna get that done. Then we're gonna start skim coating. Now you can tell on this side, you can see it actually up here more. I've already started skim coating in here. The reason that is already kind of done is anytime I would skim coat, like in the hallway or anywhere else, if I still had drywall compound in my pail, I would just come in here, use up the last of it, so I wouldn't have to put it back in the bucket. So we're gonna get started on that. First step though is getting the first coat of paint in the closet done. So I'm gonna go and get the supplies I need for that. In this closet, before we took out the shelf and everything, it was literally like this one light up here, a solid shelf that came to like almost to the door, to be honest. So you could barely get your hand up there. and it was dark. This wood was super dark. You saw it a little bit earlier. And so it was just a very dark closet, and it's actually quite deep on both sides. So it makes it very awkward to try to reach around because it's also very thin, very skinny. It barely fits a hanger. So that's why we're doing white on here, is one, to open this all up. We did get rid of the giant wood and steel bar shelf that was here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in one of those white wire racks. We have it in our kids' room, and we're gonna do that. And the reason for that is so that the light up here can actually show through and give it a little bit more light. I think that's all we're going to do. There was a point where I was thinking of maybe building some small skinny shelves behind where the camera is right now, but I don't know if that's going to happen, because again, we're trying to do this as much on a budget, just use what we have and do it as cheaply as possible so that we can get the house sold. But we'll see. We do need to buy that wire rack. Luckily, they're not super expensive for the ones we need, so we'll be good. But it's hopefully gonna look better. It's not gonna be perfect, but it'll look better. What you doing, Roast? What you doing?
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date on what is happening at ZB Farms.